How's it going, everybody? So I'm Dr. Covert. Feel free to call me David. I'm going to be your professor for stats. So that's Math 1320 for the semester. What I wanted to do is to take this chance and just introduce myself, show you around Canvas, show you our syllabus, and a few things like that. So what I want to do first is let's jump over to our Canvas site. This is going to be our home base where I'll keep all the documents for everything for the semester. And the home page is just going to look just like this. It's going to be pretty straightforward. This class is completely online. There's no timed synchronous lectures at all. It's just going to be all asynchronous, meaning you can access anything anytime that you want. So there's no time restrictions there as far as like when you need to meet or when you need to be in a certain place. It's just all on your own time. So what I want to do is let's quickly just walk through the syllabus and hit the highlights. Most of this will be super self-explanatory. So again, I'm Dr. Covert. Feel free to call me David. I will not be on campus much at all this coming semester. So please email me. That's going to be the best way to get a hold of me. Make sure that you meet the prerequisites for the class. The homework, quizzes, and exams are all going to be completed through Mymathlab. So we'll talk about that software in just a minute as we go along. The test dates and the project dates I've listed here. Okay, so that very well may change. I hope not, but I'm much more likely to change this last column than the middle column. So I'm much more likely to change what material's on the test rather than when the test is. So these test dates I'll probably keep exactly where they are unless I absolutely need to move them. But that's the test and the project. We'll talk about the midterm and the final project as we go. The midterm and the final project is going to be some sort of statistical problem or set of problems that I'll give you using R. R is free statistical software that we're going to use for the semester. You can download it at this website. Or if you have a device where you can't download it, or if you don't want to download it, don't have room, whatever, you can actually use what's called R in the cloud. You don't need to download anything, but you will need to log in. Okay, and so I will want you to be familiar with R by the end of the semester, and I'll provide lots of opportunities to help you with that along the way. So again, homework, quizzes, and exams are all on Mymathlab. Again, all this is pretty self-explanatory. Look it over. This is going to be kind of a rough outline of what we're going to do each week in the semester and the way that I'll have the material set up for you. I'm going to try and stay at least a few weeks ahead of where this material is. So I'm going to try and have everything, prepared. I'll have, for example, I'll try and have chapter 4 prepared by August 30th so that you can be at least 2 weeks ahead if you'd like to be. That's kind of my rough plan for now. Anyway, so that's our syllabus. I don't really have much more to say about that. For the exams, I do allow calculators or R. I'd prefer R because if you're part of this course is actually learning how to use R statistical software. So if you want to use that for exams, I'm more than happy for that, or even Excel. Okay, so that's all fine. That is the syllabus. I don't have much more to say about that. The only other thing that's really up on Canvas so far is there's MyLab and Mastering link. So if we click on that, what I want to do is I want to show you the MyMathLab website and how homework works and all that. MyMathLab now does not actually work very well with Safari. So I like to use Google Chrome for MyMathLab. So I'm going to jump over to the Google Chrome tab or the Google Chrome window I have. And it's the same MyLab and Mastering. This is the wrong section. It probably won't matter, but just in case. So the MyLab and Mastering button here, if we click it, it's going to open up our MyMathLab site. Okay, so this is going to be the site that you're going to use to do all of your assignments, everything that you need. Click the wrong button there. I wanted to just show you, this is actually a copy of an old stats section that I taught last spring, I guess, or maybe the fall before that. I'm not sure which section I copied, but I'll change all this. These are kind of outdated things now, but this is roughly what it's going to look like. You'll see the due dates over here. You'll see what assignment it is, whether or not there's a time limit, if you have a certain number of attempts, and so on. Okay, so this is going to be Mymathlab. Now, Mymathlab also does have an ebook associated with it, so that's already included in the software. So if we click on e-text, in fact, I have it already set up here. If we click on e-text, it comes up with our book. Okay, so it's not I'm not a huge fan of ebooks because they're not the easiest things to kind of go through to like you can't just like open it up to whatever page you want very quickly, right? You have to kind of click and click and click, which is fine, but it's there if we need it. So that's the ebook. Okay, so I think that's everything I wanted to say. The first things that I'm going to ask you to do, so let me just go back to our Canvas site here. So the first thing that I'm going to ask you to do is to try and download R. So again, I have in the syllabus, sorry to scroll through here, on the syllabus I'm not sure what page this is. It looks like page 3. At the top of page 3, I have our 2 links for R. So the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is to try and download R, and then also try and log into Mymathlab. And to log into Mymathlab, you have to use the link that's on Canvas. You cannot go to mymathlab.com or mymathlab.org or whatever it is, I forget. But it doesn't matter. You can't use it anyway. So you have to go through Canvas to register properly for Mymathlab. So that's it. So if you guys have any questions, please send them to me. Okay, it's nice to be able to introduce myself, and I look forward to talking with some of you soon.